Hello, my name is Serey Seng. Today I would like to give a presentations about specific toxin called Batrachotoxin, which is appear in a scene involving a poisonous frog in Apocalypto. I'm going to divide this presentation into three parts: the story until we get into the scene where the frog is, the species of the frog, and the chemical properties of batrachotoxin itself. In Mel Gibson's 2006 film Apocalypto, our main character, Jaqua Paul's village gets raided by a group led by a guy named Zero Wolf. Long story in short, his wife and children are hiding in a hole. Jaqua Paul is captured by a raiders because of the overwhelming number. They are brought into Moyan City, where the female are sold and male are dragged on the top of the pyramid to be sacrificed to Moyan's king and queen. Luckily for our hero, there is a solar eclipse and they are offered a way to live. If they can run quickly enough to safety, they are spared. Jaqua Paul knows in order to survive from his enemy, he has to ambush them, as they will not just let him go easily. They will hunt him down merci- mercilessly. As to how he will do, he will have to use his prior knowledge to hunt the forest of the knowing that the frog he encountered is a really poison frog. As he hides from the pursuer, he rolls up a thick leaf and make into a blowpipe. He grabs a frog, takes off the spine from the tree which is really close to the frog, and poke the spine repeatedly into frog skin to make a blow dart. When his enemies came close by, he took three darts, contain a little poison from the frog skin, and shoot them into his enemy. On the top of that, his enemy has been stunned by wash. Approximately less than 15 seconds later, his enemy fell down on the ground due to effects of Jury and, and stunning wash. The frog youngblood cod is known as a poison dart frog is found in Central America country. The film took place in Mexico, so the probability of a jaguar finding a poison dart frog is in location is lines. The poison found in frog is called Batrachotoxin. It's known as curare. A native Indian extract the poison by first pass frog through the flame and then running the needle through their skin. And then they infuse the weapon as an arrow with extracted poison. However, the film jaguar is since scraping a frog with a needle from the tree without passing through the fire. So basically the frog contains about 1 milligram of poison, which is enough to kill 10 to 20 humans if the poison is able to reach the bloodstream. This means that in order to kill his enemy, Jacob Paul would have only needed equivalent of 2 grams of table salt of curare. Based on the information, we can assume that Jacob Paul was able to extract enough poison from the frog to kill his enemies without passing through the first. Moreover, the most effective route of administration for curare is through injection. This ensures that the poison effectively enters the bloodstream and takes effect on its victim. As a result, Jacques Paul used correct route of administration, which is IV pathway. He injected into his enemy needle to the tree. As we know in that IV or intravenous pathway is one of the fastest route of administration that we can see clearly that it still requires some time for distribution to pass into the liver. However, the graph that show here, which is the IV, is going really quick. It's past the first pass metabolism in the liver. And then batrachotoxin is primarily affects cardiac muscle, where is irreversible bind to the sodium voltage gated channel. This means that it's not eliminated from our body effectively. Under the normal condition, acetylcholine is released from the presynaptic neuromuscular junction where it's bind to narcotic receptor and trigger the action potential needed to stimulate the muscle. Thus, the sodium and potassium influx into motor outlet. The curare behave as a competitive inhibitor and block an acetylcholine receptor. The influx of sodium trigger depolarization, reduce the action potential, and make it difficult for cells to get hyperpolarized or above the threshold. This chance of events causes the cardiac muscles to become paralyzed. So according to NIDC, the LD50 and ED50 of curare is approximately between 0.25 to 0.75 milligram per kilogram each. Furthermore, the toxin take full effects can kill a victim within 10 minutes. The film depicts Jaguar Paul enemy diving almost instantaneously, thus being an incorrect presentation of how quickly the poison reacts. The physical-chemical properties of curare are also defined by NCBI. Its boiling point is about 744 plus or minus 60 degrees Celsius at 760 mmHg. Its melting point is about 37 degrees Celsius. The toxin has a polar surface area about 104 Armstrong square, with the polarity of 57.5 plus or minus 0.5 times 10 to the power of negative 24 centimeter cube. Also, the molar fraction is around 145 plus or minus 0.04 centimeter cube. The vapor pressure is about 0.0 plus or minus 2.6 mercury at the 25 degrees Celsius with a density of 1.3. The batrachotoxin has a molecular weight of 538.7 gram per mole with a pKa of 7.45 and a log P of 3.3. The protein bind of batrachotoxin has associated with oxaloacetate, alanine, isoleucine, tryptophan, tyrosine, and cysteine. In conclusion, the Jaguar Paul idea poisoning his enemy with the poison backdrop is logical, but given his location, the step needed to extract the poison, and the time needed for the poison to take effect, the result presented in the film is not accurate. We assume that he found the frog in later become known as Mexican territories, and that he successfully injected the poison into his enemy bloodstream. It still have taken more just than 1 minute for his enemy to die. This toxin is potent, but it doesn't cause people to drop dead almost immediately. With all the evidence, we can rationalize it is not legit in reality. Thank you.